Hello. Let's turn on the music a little bit. So, thanks for watching. Today I'm going to continue my ROV build. It's a kit from Blue Robotics. It's a underwater drone, if you can call it that. And I'm in the middle of the build. I'm like 15 hours in or something, and things are starting to get done. Actually, it's starting to look like something. It's today I'm probably going to do electronics test. I'm trying to check for communication, check if the software is configured correctly. I'm going to wire up the battery canister and yeah, probably some other stuff as well. Maybe assemble the tether, the cable for the drone or for the ROV is 300 meters of cable. It's hugely heavy. It's yeah, 300 meters of fun. And it really needs to go inside a holder for the cable, so you can actually wind out the cable while you're driving the drone, and that's a build of its own. I mounted the claw, the gripper, yesterday, was it? Saturday maybe? Yeah. That looks like that. That's pretty cool. I named it Jack the Gripper. That should be cool. So I'll just dig right in, and feel free to comment on the chat and say hello, and yeah, let's just see how it turns out. So I'm going to do some additional power testing now. Hopefully everything will power up nicely. I'll just do a double check with my multimeter first and check that there's no wrong connections. Here's my multimeter. So before I do the first power on test, I really want to make sure I don't short anything, so just going to double check a few things. That looks good. That actually looks very good. Awesome. Nothing wrong there. Hi Logan, and welcome. Just got out of a class. What class did you take? So this is probably the coolest test I'll do today. The first power on test. Probably not that much will happen. It will make some noise and maybe blink a little, but that's it. So let's see if it works. Yep, it's alive. Cool. So let's wire this up. So you're studying system architecture. Where? In the US or Europe or Asia maybe? But that first test I did right now was very good. Everything was booting up like it should, and Looks like this is going to go pretty smooth. In California, cool. How's the weather in California now? Is it hot? Here in Norway, it's the winter's coming, and it's not a game of Thrones winter, but two of the thrusters boots up slower than the other ones. I guess that doesn't matter. So I really need to test the communication now. So I will need... Where is it? There it is. Another box. So this little thing is the cable for the tether, or the communication for the tether, and for the ROV, the top side interface. So you had the first rain showers since April. Really? Are you still having a water crisis over there, I guess? We actually had a little one here in Norway as well. This summer has been the, I guess it has, in one way it has been the best summer ever, but in another way it hasn't come that much rain, so we're almost as dry as California, I guess. 20 minutes of rain for since April is not enough, definitely, but here in Norway we had a lot more, but still not far as much as we used to. We have had, I think we had a new Norwegian record. We had like 104 days of summer in Norway, and that's very, very good for Norwegian. They made their own connection, like a proprietary connection plug. Cool. You got sunburned 2 times? Really? So Logan, do you get sunburned a lot over in California, or? So you didn't get a sunburn. That's good. It's important to use a sunscreen, definitely. So what I'm doing now, I'm planning on testing the communication to the ROV. So I'm just trying to wire up a little tests. Inside the ROV or somewhere else. I have a lot of Raspberry Pis everywhere. I have a P0 here if you're interested, but it's not related to the ROV. On the ROV there is a bigger one, but that's the Pi0, and inside the ROV it's a Raspberry Pi 3 Plus B, 3B Plus. Yeah. This little circuit board is definitely not a zero. It's an RS485 communication device that transfers from RS485 to Ethernet, and it powers through USB. So, and that's for the top side interface for the computer. So you connect your computer to a wireless router or whatever, just an Ethernet switch, and then you connect your Ethernet switch to this device, and this device goes through a 2-pin cable down 300 meters down to the ROV underwater, and at the other end there is another of these boards connected to the Raspberry Pi, so it goes back into Ethernet on the Pi in the other end, but it only uses a 2-wire. So Ethernet through RS485. This board is called Phantom X. Yeah, it's pretty neat. So I need some cables. This version of the ROV is called Heavy Edition, and it's because it has 2 additional thrusters, and it also has a gripper arm in the front. That's pretty cool. So you can actually do something, not just look at stuff, but actually try to shake hands with the fishes or something. I guess it's probably not rated for that much weight or power anyway, but it's probably good enough to grab a cable or zip tie something together, or maybe take an underwater sample or something. Pretty cool. So I need some ribbon cables. So I only need 2. So the ROV is actually powered now. It's actually on. Everything is lighting up here, and as soon as I get my or maybe I can cheat it. Nah, let's do it the proper way. So Logan, you have driven a drone before? Like a quadcopter or anything else? This is pretty similar. That was supposed to be female jumper, not a male. Cool, you have. Okay. Driving an ROV is almost like driving a drone. It's a lot more difficult though, because you have so little field of view with the camera, and you're not able to visually see the drone when it's underwater. So you really have to practice a lot. Okay. What do you define as high quality? I drive a lot of drones. I drive everything from small quadcopter ones to octocopters and DJI Inspire and Mavic and DJI. I have a Phantom 3 Plus, and yeah, I drive a lot of Inspire at work. Sorry, I'm just trying to locate a cable somewhere. It should be here somewhere. I'll be right back. Why not just do like that? That doesn't work. That was close though. So the power supply on this drone ROV is actually 18 ampere hours. It's like 266 watt hours. It's a huge amount of current. Or 18,000 milliampere hours if you want. So this should be plus. So, and now I just need Ethernet connection, and I will need some power. And after that, it should work. Let's hope. Let's hope. Ethernet is connected. Now I will need some USB power for the Phantom X tether interface. This is going to be exciting. So we're firing up the oh, hello, it's alive. This is the Q ground control software that actually controls the ROV. And things are looking good actually. I need to calibrate both the accelerometer and the compass, and calibrate the pressure sensor. Well, I can do that. And I have to configure what motor setup I have, and I am running this one actually. Vehicle reboot. All right. So, but things are looking good. And I need my lights to be aux channel. What channel was that? Was it 1? I need to double check the documentation. So I need to go to the this is the one, and I need the assembly instructions. I need to see what I did to the pinouts. Let's see. Unplug the lumen light signal wire from the pixel channel 7 and into aux channel 1. So that needs to be configured. Motor directions. So right now the Raspberry Pi and the entire setup is using 0.3 amperes or 300 milliamperes, at 14 or 15 volts, and that's not bad at all. So idling underwater should run for hours. Yeah, Ragamuffins is saying on the chat, it might be good to mention that is this row is, I'm setting this up for a customer, so it's not mine, but yeah, if you need some help, you can give me a call or an email or something, or Facebook. So channel aux channel. Uh-oh. Software crashed.
Manual flight mode.
So, did you remember? Yeah, it remembered. But this should actually be aux 1, not 7. So I will try to So Logan asks, do you do this for a living? Well, no, not usually. This is more of a hobby, but it kind of, sometimes it kind of turns out to be more than a hobby, I guess. So I'll just try and set up a picture-in-picture so it's a little bit more exciting to see what I'm actually doing. Window, screen recording, yeah, that's the one. And it's screen number 1, I think. Almost. Oh, that's the wrong screen. So I'll just put the chat down here somewhere. So what I'm doing right now, I'm trying to configure the software. And everything looks pretty good actually. I am getting a readout of the power consumption. I am having a depth reading, like how deep I'm in the water. 0 meters at the moment. But I'm not having any water. Well, it doesn't have water temperature, that's correct. So lights level. I need to connect up the Xbox joystick if I have it. It might be somewhere else actually. So I really wasn't prepared for that. I need my I need the Xbox controller, and I don't think that's in the house at the moment. I think it's on the storage. Well, so much for being prepared. Yeah, I'll try go and find it. I think I know where it is. It's with the other ROV. We also have Blue ROV mkII version, the first version of our Blue Robotics ROV, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, that the Xbox controller is stacked away with that one. I'll just double check this box and I'll mute the audio so we don't get deaf. I'll be right back. I'll just have to go and find these. I'll just turn on some music again. And I'll be right back. Guess what I found? So, I really need to clean this desk. So it is actually doing something. It's not doing what I hoped, but
5%. Gain is 100%. Gain is 100%. Gain is 100%. Gain is 100%.
I think gain is 100%.
Gain is 75%. Gain is 50%. Gain is 25%. Gain is 25%.
Alright.
Gain is 25%.
Well, that's kind of...
Armed.
So it looks like all the thrusters are alive, hopefully. But I really need to configure them. The lights. It's really weird that I can't set it to channel 1.
Gain is 50%.
I wonder how they planned on doing that. My wife tried to make an appearance. So, let's see. Assembly instructions. In the software setup, there is no possibility to choose aux 1 with the lights. And why is that? That was weird. So what's the minimum arming voltage? It should never arm below 10 volts, definitely, but it should be a little bit higher. So safety, if there's a leak, it would say it's a leak. Let's try that.
Leak detected.
The battery
Leak
should
detected.
warm. Yeah. So the heartbeat is the communication. It's like a ping that goes along the communication, and if it's not answering, then it's telling that there's something wrong. Internal temperature, that doesn't matter. Internal pressure, that would be nice. Arming checks, no, we don't need that. So, and the camera was switched from one channel to another. Hang on. So, unplug the camera from channel 8 to channel 2. Okay. So camera should be channel. There is no channel 2. Maybe that's channel 10 then.
Gain is 75%. Gain is 100%.
Well, okay. Maybe they just renumbered. So channel 9 is channel. Yeah, it is.
Gain is 75%.
Channel 9 is channel 1.
Gain is 50%.
This is interesting.
Gain is 25%. Gain is 25%. Gain is 25%. Gain is 25%. Gain is 25%.
Okay.
Gain is
I get it.
25%. Gain is
It's bright.
25%. Gain is 25%. Gain is
I'm
50%.
not able to turn it off.
Gain is 75%.
That's interesting.
Gain is 50%. Gain is 25%. Gain is 25%.
Oh, Jesus.
Gain is 25.
Yeah, I really like 25%. I really want to turn the lights down. There you go.
Gain is 25%.
Yeah, I think gain is not 25% anymore, darling.
Gain is 25%.
So, but the lights are working.
25%.
That's 6,000 lumens of light.
Gain is 20.
It doesn't look like much right now, but it.
Gain is 25%.
Oh, god damn it.
Gain is 25.
I have to mute that. So, but where's the camera tilt? So then the camera tilt should be. Alright. I think gain is 25%.
Gain is 25%. Gain is 25%.
And that should be channel.
25%. Gain is 25%.
What do they say? Plug the servo.
25%. Gain is 25%.
Yeah, into channel 2. So that should be channel 10 then.
Gain is 75%.
Okay.
Gain is 100%.
Alright.
Gain is 100%. Gain is 100%. Gain is 100%.
Really?
Gain is 100%. Gain is 100%.
Are you sure?
Gain is 100%. Gain is 100%. Gain is 75%. Gain is 50%. Gain is 25%. Gain is 25%.
So I'm not able to. Oh, I need to mute that.
25%.
How do I mute that?
25%. Gain is 25%.
Well, let's do it the old-fashioned way. So unplug the camera tilt from channel 9 and plug it into aux channel 2, and if lights are channel 9 and they're into the 1, then channel 10 should be number 2. But the camera is not moving. I guess I need to double check that signal cable. So it's definitely making noise, and it's connected to aux 2. Ooh, and I forgot the gripper is connected to number 3. That would be cool. Let's see if we can have some gripper action. So let's see. How do you control the gripper? First you probably have to set it up. And under which channel might that be? The camera is not moving. Oh, that was the lights. So camera tilt. Oh, it's moving. Woohoo! Well, that's awesome. Now we just need some gripper action. And what's the button for the gripper? So the gripper should be... looks like it's a secret, it's not mentioned. So the shift button makes you do some other stuff. Maybe I need to set up the gripper first. So, but at least I have it's alive. So this is what you see when you're underwater, I guess. So let's get that gripper working. We have some lights. And we have BlueROV. So that's the gripper. Installation instructions. So yeah, we did that, all that. Yes. Cable management. Well, that was a pretty good illustration of a good cable management. Just put everything in a ball and zip tie it to the chassis. That's nice. Here we go. Set up in Q ground control. The following servo settings are available on 353. Is that the version I'm running? Where X is the aux channel. Do I really have to type this every time I... Note that these button functions only exist for aux channel 1 to 3. Should you... Yeah, okay. Okay, here you go. Close gripper, open gripper. So if I push the shift button... Oh, that wasn't it. Looks like there's some Microsoft issues. Uh-oh. So we're slowly getting there. Still no gripper action though. So let's see, number 9, tilt down, tilt up. Is it actually at 2-axis camera mount? Yeah, it is. I didn't know that. So how do I use the shift button? I need some music. Yeah, it was probably too loud. Thanks for a note telling me. So, how do I fix this? I have another issue I need to fix first.
Gain is 100%.
The camera is moving. Really nice. Lights are working.
Gain is 75%.
really have some issues with making the shift button on the joystick working. It's only doing some weird zooms on the, probably using some Microsoft built-in stuff. I turned on all of these, but it's not helping. So, a little bit of trouble there. The shift button it's actually doing what it's supposed to do, but when I push it, something else happens. Buttons are these? Yeah, but maybe I can configure these to be the gripper. Or not. It's number 4, I guess. 4 and 5. Look at this. They are moving over here, but total up, down.
Gain is 25%.
So when I push shift and this button, the camera movement should go sideways, but it's not doing what it's supposed to do. Oh.
Armed. Disarmed. Stabilize flight mode. Depth hold flight mode. Manual flight mode. Depth hold flight mode.
Let's just for the fun of it switch from lights, gain, increase and decrease, and go to gripper.
Gain is 100%.
Wasn't it called gripper? Servo tree. Servo tree. Okay, so let's go.
100%. Gain is 100%. Gain is 100%.
Servo tree increase.
Gain is 100%. Gain is 75%.
Whoa! It's alive!
50%.
Servo. Jesus. That scared the hell out of me. Servo tree decrease.
5%.
So, and let's see what happens. You have to stop it manually. It continues all the way until you push the other button. This is definitely going to kill someone. I need to do this another way. Servo 3. Center. Ah, okay. Then this is better. Servo 3. Momentary max and momentary minimum. That should be better, I guess. But it's only moving when you're pushing the button, and that's what this, I guess, should be better. Ah, much better. Let's try and destroy something. Try not to destroy the communication cable, that will be not that good. Can you please grab this for me? Oh, I missed it. So we need to move it closer. Like that. Oh, that was the lights. Yeah, Skynet definitely became self-aware. So the good thing is I have control over the lights, I have control over the camera, and I have control over the gripper. What I don't like that much, I don't have the shift button on the joystick, so I can't switch to toggling the camera sideways. Wonder how much can I put my hand in that gripper? I wonder how powerful it is. My Xbox cable isn't long enough. Yeah, I don't have a pressure meter, unfortunately. What I do have, I have a bottle. That will probably do nothing. Oh! Oh, nice! It's actually squeezing the bottle. I'm lucky I'm not a fish. So that was interesting. So, and usually that camera should be around here, I think. Supposed to be a little bit back, like that. Suddenly I got really thirsty. Jesus, that's a lot of light. Well, it's working. Cool. Let's go further on. I can play with this another time. To fix that flight setup, but that should be done on the right computer. Right now it's not set up in the same way as when you're flying a drone. It's set up, both joysticks are set up opposite of what they're supposed to be. Yeah, this should be sponsored by Solo Squeeze. Nom nom nom. I should be careful not destroying that communication board over there. Well, good enough. I'm happy. It's alive. It's working. Now I need to fix all the other stuff. No. Alright, let's remove that solo before we got sued for commercials or something. And you can see the internal temperature is actually 45 degrees, and it's that's actually the temperature of the Raspberry Pi CPU. Alright, let's close that up before I turn it off. Well, it's definitely alive. I like that. The camera's mount isn't properly attached. I don't like that. It's supposed to be nice and tight. Where is that? Maybe this fits. That's better. Much better. So it's down, it's time to power down. Or maybe I should double check all the thrusters before I go turning it off. Yeah, let's do that. Just have to make sure none of the thrusters are actually stuck in something. So let's do a thruster test. Right, sleep tight there, Raga. I didn't see your message there before now. So, sleep tight. Cool. Yeah, speak to you tomorrow. So let's do a thruster test. Let's see if everything is working like it should. Motors. So it's still disarmed. Like that. Oh, it's armed. So this is the thruster number 1. Moving the slider, make sure the motors and propellers are cleared from obstruction. This should be the front number 1 and it should be pointed this way. Yeah, it's definitely working. And let's go further on to number 2. Where are you? You're here. Watch my fingers. Thruster number 2. Yeah, it's alive. So thruster number 3. That's the back one here, and it's free of cables. Yes. Thruster number 3 test. Yep, working. Test thruster number 4. It's the back. That's that one. So that should be free of cables. Yes. Thruster number 4 is working. Thruster number 5. And what's thruster number 5? What is thruster number 5? That's the front right one, that one. 5. Free of cables, yes. Yes, it's alive. Number 6. And that's the other opposite side. That's this one, no cables, yes. 6. Number 7. That one. Yeah, free of cables. Motor test command failed. That's not good. So apparently something's wrong. Let's disarm.
Disarmed. Motor test time.
Let's try to arm it. So it's armed, but it's not moving. Number 8. So that's thruster number 6. Number 7 and number 8 is not working. And I wonder why. Is this one? Number 7. This one cable is connected.
Motor test timed out. Disarmed.
I think I know why. Need to reboot.
Depth hold flight mode.
I need to power down the ROV. So it's booting. Hi Oxbow Dragon 4. I'm building an ROV, an underwater drone. So the frame should now be configured. Yes, motor test, slide. Oh, I need to arm. Let's arm it. So that's test number 7. It should be the left. Yeah, that's the one. And number 8. Yeah, we have number 8 is working. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, 2 and 1. All of the thrusters are working. Woo! And that's pretty awesome. Let's double check that gripper arm again and see if it's working. Camera tilt. Yeah, working. The lights. Definitely working. Well, I would definitely say that's a very good test. Every electronic component is working. The only thing missing now is the parts I'm waiting from the US. We need to put the buoyancy. We have to take the arms off again. When we get the new there's 2 plates here that's missing from the Blue Robotics accidentally sent us the wrong ones, so they're sending the right ones. And next week we'll probably get the new ones. Then we can install the new motors, the thrusters below that ones, and then we can put on all the cabling inside the arms, then put on the buoyancy foams that's going everywhere. And here we can put on the last bolts and screws here, and we can throw it in the water. Cool. Oh, I just need to assemble that cable guide. Yeah, it's awesome. Definitely awesome. So the next thing now would be the tether cable, the tether cable connections, the clamp that holds it in place, and the top side electronics. Good. Let's power everything down. This battery pack is huge. Out of focus. Let's try and be in focus. It's not that easy actually. Hello, that onion. You just missed the best electronics test ever of this ROV. I just tested every function on it today. Everything's working properly. The gripper, the lights, the camera tilt, and all the thrusters. So yeah, but thanks for joining. Nice to see you again. So it's getting late here in Norway now. It's around how much is the time now? It's right after 12 o'clock in the evening, so it's time to go to bed, I guess. But I had a good test today. Everything seems to be working fine. Just waiting for the last few parts. I will assemble the cable, the tether sled later on. Yeah, 1 AM for you too, yeah. Yeah, thanks. So, where did the chat go? There it is. Did you live in Germany? Oh, well, do I remember wrong? That's how could I forget? Finland, of course. That's a lot of words. Yeah, well, good to see you again. I was about to turn off fire now, but maybe I'll just keep going a little bit more. I don't know. I need to take the tether cables off. Yeah, sleep is always good. But I'm definitely not up just for you. I'm trying to get this project finished as soon as possible, but it's kind of it kind of stopped itself when I got the wrong parts from Blue Robotics. But well, there's some things you can do anything about, and there's some things you can't do anything about, and I guess it's just one of those things. You haven't slept well for weeks now? Currently on my first all-nighter. Really? And you got all the way to 1 o'clock? Oh, it's gonna be a long night. Laboratory session. Yeah. Maybe you should go to bed too, so you can actually focus on getting the laboratory session up and working properly. Oh, the focus on this camera is always so hard. So I can, I was out with the kids today, and I could definitely feel that the winter is on its way. You know, the smell the air gets when it's getting colder. It was 0 degrees yesterday, I think, in Fredrikstad. Ah, you had to get up at 23. Sounds like you have a kind of a weird døgnrytme. A sleeping pattern. I actually was up at 4 AM last night as well. Played some Factorio because I couldn't get some sleep either. Maybe I should just sit down and game instead of doing this. I'm kind of always almost out of things to do. Yeah, go see a doctor, sounds good. The best thing you could do is turn off all the screens and try to get bored. Being bored, like having nothing to do, is actually one of the best things you can do, because then your mind kind of shuts down and you actually are able to relax after a while. Just trying to sit down in a room without any screens, anything to do in a half an hour, and then suddenly you get very, very tired. If you're always doing something, if you're always watching Netflix or gaming or playing on your phone or watching television, or if you always have something happening along you, it's really hard to try and relax. But if you try to get a little bit bored, then you're probably gonna, yeah, you lose hours in Factorio quickly, definitely. I think I put down 3-4 hours before I started streaming. Maybe 2. Maybe 2. I have a multiplayer server up actually. Maybe we can play another time. Yeah, it's definitely weird, and sleeping patterns is something you try the whole life to understand. It starts off when you're a little baby, then you wake up at 6 AM every day. And then when you're 10 years old or something, then you start sleeping longer and longer. And when you're 18 or 20 or 25, then you just try to sleep until all day until the afternoon comes. And then you get a little bit older when you get kids yourself. And then the clock resets, and then you go back into waking up at 6 AM because then you have kids that wake up, and then it's kind of fucked up. But definitely try to get bored. That actually helps a lot. Oh, this music was a little bit too slow for me. So, I think I'll finish up here. Thanks for watching. I will probably be back live streaming next week at around 9 o'clock Norwegian time, 9 o'clock in the evening. That's GMT +1. So I think that's probably the best streaming time calendar setup for me, after 8 o'clock when the kids go to bed. And yeah, till next time, cheers buddy, sleep tight.